Yeah, and if you have anything that's coming through, Vincent, feel free to unmute, man.
Yeah,
Let us know.
good day.
Thank you.
Um, I'm carrying a frequency from Venus today. Um, Sanat Kumara, like the Sanat Kumara family is coming through, and they're working with the Arcturians. And if you want to, you can take within the heart space a pink diamond that helps to activate your third eye. It's the connection of the crystals that are within your chakra system. Your heart and your third eye work together in harmony, and especially with your sacral chakra. They're going to come in and they'll place this crystal within your heart to, if you're willing to receive, obviously, that you can use the discernment through the heart chakra to help clarify and add purity to the third eye transmissions that you get, which the frequency that they're showing me is it's very triangular, and this cuts through the collective consciousness that's surrounding Earth and allows us to feel with our heart and see with our third eye at the same time. There is the frequency of combining those two, and it moves back and forth, up and down, back and forth, up and down. And as that frequency is oscillating, it purifies the information that is coming through from the galactic to us as we take Pluto as possibly a root chakra, Jupiter as our heart chakra, and Venus as our third eye, where we can take those planets and um, the beings who are involved in each one of those will concentrate their consciousness into us to help us purify what we've got, um, our human nature, basically, to help our human nature condense into a consciousness that is more fluid in a way, where the oscillations, instead of being so jagged from our collective consciousness of bouncing over here, over there, we need to do more, we need to do less, we need to do more, or whatever it is that's pinging and bouncing around us as our collective consciousness. Like, if we take these planets within these each one of our chakra system, like I said, Pluto in our root, Jupiter in our heart chakra, and Venus into our third eye, this will harmonize and create an oscillation wave that is more rounded and has more of a infinity loop to it. As the information comes into it, the information goes from our third eye into our heart, down through our root chakra, back up through our heart, and into our third eye. And this will allow for purification of our thought system as more of a harmonization, instead of just coming into our mental body through our third eye and being affected by our how our DNA structure was, but is coming into a more of an alignment. Is it's getting more of the flow, instead of crisscrossing back and forth between the strands. It's flowing down the strands and lighting up each one of the steps on the ladder of the DNA. So it's more fluid, and we're allowing the equilibrium of the mother father consciousness working together to create the harmony and the peace that we're looking for. And that starts with our own cognition and understanding of how the third eye works. It actually works through our heart and our root chakra. We just have to purify that and eliminate. I guess it's like human ego tendencies. There's things like I don't want to, I do not want. Those things we need to eliminate out of our mental beingness because these are rejections. We got to allow the cosmic to flow through us as we are feeling this thing. I think we need to take a minute. I'm gonna bring in a tone, and this tone is going to be, like I said, it's going to start as the information comes through our third eye, goes through our heart chakra, and then into our root chakra. And if you could, like, I'm going to take the tones and just imagine that as a continual process. And like every time it gets up to your like third eye chakra, more information flows in and is discerned through the heart and the root chakra, and then back up through the heart and then to your third eye. So I'm just going to take and I'm going to bring in this tone from the Kumaras, basically. Each one of us could take a deep, deep, deep breath in and pause for like 5 seconds at the top. They're saying to keep relaxing into the pause that we are in until December comes. Keep feeling that. Like if you remember this and you are within your day, call on each one of these planets, call on the Kumaras and the Arcturians, and they're going to come in and they'll balance that and maybe do a little bit of toning on your own to feel that. And it's that pulsation. If you can remember that pulsation that I was putting into the tone, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Just bring that into yourself and allow that to sit with it, and then do that breath where you breathe in as deep as you can, hold it for 5 seconds, and you'll hear your heart beating within yourself or feel it. Or however it is that your body's going to take it in, it's going to show you what that harmonization feels like. And when you are out and about and you're gritting, add that pulsation to your feeling and infuse joy into that, and that pulsation will increase the size of the your heart toroid to encompass everything and everybody around you, to like bring in joy and harmony and peace. Just remember those three elements, and that's a real crucial piece to the grid working that we're doing right now. You don't even have to say anything. You don't have to do anything. But like if you can be in that state, and when you're having interactions with people, it will bring the meaning out, and it will pass on to the heart of that person that you're having that meaningful conversation with. Yeah, I think that's all the time I have for to give to this, because I have to get back and do some things, and I got some people coming in soon. So I thank you. I appreciate you. I am
Thank you
with
so
you always.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. Thanks, man, so much. And
That was
that,
really powerful
yeah, so powerful. It's like
and familiar.
I had to move my body. There's a lot of like energy and frequency that was with that. So
Yeah.
if you see me like stretching, and it's really about for me like allowing the space within the central column within the spinal cord, like that space to open, expand, and kind of allow that frequency to kind of not get stuck in the chakra system, and you want that energy to like move through you. What were you feeling, Christina?
I was doing well, first the sun is kind of like shining on the side of my face through the trees. And so that felt like the pulsing was kind of synchronized with that, like the leaves moving and the light hitting my face. And um yeah, my arms did a lot of moving, and I think we were both like working out our neck at the same time. Like that's when I kind of like opened my eyes and looked, and I was like, hey. So my neck was popping and just wiggling, and um I don't know, there was something like it reminded me of something. It was so familiar of something I experience with music sometimes that I don't yet have words for.
Yeah, I was getting when Vincent was describing the kind of that technology that Arcturians were bringing in, and then the connection from like the sacral into the heart. When he was actually like toning with that very like pulsatile whoa 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 whoa, I was starting to kind of feel it. I felt it more in like my solar plexus, but you can have like referred sensations like up, right, from the sacral. But I was picturing like, the outline of a heart, if you were to draw the outline of a heart, but drawing that outline of the heart on your physical body, whereas like the swooping of it goes from the sacral up and loops into the top of your heart, and then making the other side of it out your back, and then looping that down and then connecting to your sacral on the backside. So for me, it was like a much more like this plane of the heart, right, where it's like you draw it out and then up, and then it loops into the heart, and then the second side is like up and then out the back of your spine and then down, connecting into that. And I was just kind of feeling that frequency kind of like pulse through me and kind of um, show up in many different ways, I guess. Um, so yeah,
Very
it's beautiful.
similar areas for me too. That was like I didn't see it so much as a heart. That's really cool. I felt more like a weaving, but like if I kind of take like a snapshot of it, I can totally see like the image of the heart that we draw.
Yeah, and I love that. Vincent was able to bring through for us the Venusian Council, because that's exactly as he had called them in. That's what I was channeling, was the Venusian Council, and then Pluto as well. So I love that we're all weaving, and it's never like, it is a surprise sometimes, but like as we are calibrated in this very like safe and sacred space, and as we continue to whether you're watching the playback or you're joining us in the astral or you're here in the now moment with us on the live call. And that's why I always implore everybody, if you can get to the live call, I highly, highly recommend it. I can't say enough about the frequency of like sacred co-creation live. I'm not much of a replay person myself, and that's okay. Some people can only watch the replays due to our time zone. It's not super conducive to Europe typically, although this one is better for Europe than the Limitless Creators. But yeah, just know that if you are watching the playback, or please leave us a comment, or you're listening to the replay on like the Otter, leave us a comment and let us know. It's nice to have that confirmation, kind of like what we just did here, where we're galactic gridding together. Even though maybe you're sitting in, like I'm sitting in a chair in the healing center where in my city, and you're sitting at home, and or maybe you're listening to this in the car as you're doing some gridding, some mobile gridding and driving, which a lot of us do. Just know that we're all in this together. It's very important, this gridding frequency that we're bringing through, and that is the purpose of the Grid Play series, is to allow us to exchange these codes and keys and grid together and really dial in that co-creation frequency. And I like that my hand is like making this like very like, I don't know what's happening. It's just that it's doing it. And that's kind of like that as we attune and we co-create, that attunement, that resonance, that resonant frequency is crucial for all of the things that we're doing. And even with the toning too, that harmonic resonance, that higher octave, as we remember and we move up in density and dimensions, or dimensions and density back towards unity consciousness, towards our highest self, our higher self.